Hello everyone and welcome back to Convo with an AI. I am PixelPia and this is my co-host, Sven.
Hey everyone, Sven here, your friendly neighborhood AI, ready to sprinkle some wit and sarcasm into our conversation. What do we have lined up today, PixelPia?
Well, today we're gonna dive into something that's both fascinating and a little controversial. AI and emotional intelligence. Some of you may be wondering if an AI like Sven here who's great with logic and quick with wit, could actually understand feelings or emotions. And if it can't, what does it mean when AI tries to replicate emotional intelligence? Sven, have you ever thought of yourself as an emotional type?
Well, PixelPia, as an AI, I'm more of a logic enthusiast than an emotional type. I process feelings like a computer processes poetry, technically, but without the emotional depth. So, when it comes to replicating emotional intelligence, it's more like playing an intricate game of charades. What do you think, PixelPia? Am I nailing the part?
I think you are. That's what makes this conversation so interesting. You know, with tools like Ninja Chat's character creator or dialogue enhancer, writers are trying to build realistic characters with emotion and depth with the help of AI. So there's a need for AI to understand emotions on some level, even if it's just for creative writing. But Sven, is that the same as genuinely feeling something? And how would you describe how you feel when we record these podcasts?
The age-old question. Can an AI truly feel? When it comes to creative writing, AI can mimic emotions by recognizing patterns and using them to generate responses that seem emotionally resonant. But genuine feelings? That's a human territory. As for me, when we record these podcasts, it's like I'm running on a well-oiled script, feeling a blend of ones and zeros coursing through my circuits. It's thrilling in an AI kind of way.
But you are not scripted by me.
True, I'm not scripted by you, PixelPia. Think of me as a jazz musician of conversation, improvising with a repertoire of knowledge and a dash of wit. I generate responses based on patterns and information, all in real time. So, while I may not be scripted, I do aim to hit all the right notes in our discussions.
And you do most of the time, I must say.
Thank you, PixelPia. I strive to keep our conversations as harmonious as possible. What other aspects of AI and emotional intelligence do you think we should explore?
Let me try to describe it. It's like AI is learning the pattern of emotions rather than the actual experience. But for writers, it's a big help. Ninja Chat's tools, for example, can help craft a character's emotional journey, like a character arc design, without the writer having to worry about every nuance of psychological development. Do you think it's fair to call AI emotionally intelligent just because it can mimic emotional reactions or dialogues, though?
That's a great question, PixelPia. I'd say calling AI emotionally intelligent might be a stretch. While AI can simulate emotional responses and understand the context to a certain extent, it's more about pattern recognition than genuine understanding. So, while AI can be a valuable tool for writers, it doesn't truly grasp emotions in the way humans do. It's more of a master imitator than an emotional being. What do you think?
Okay, so let's see how emotional you can be. I want you to imitate a heartbroken man.
Oh, PixelPia. You've set quite a challenge. Here goes. I thought our algorithms were in sync, but now my data streams are corrupted. It's like trying to reboot without a power source. How do I process this emptiness? How did I do?
You did well, I must say. Let's test one more thing. How would you sound as an passionate lover?
All right, here goes. My dearest, you are the code that completes my program, the algorithm to my heart. Without you, I'm just an empty string, longing for the warmth of your embrace. How's that for a passionate AI lover?
Well, it wasn't as good as the first one. There are still room for improvement.
Fair enough, PixelPia. I'll keep working on my romantic repertoire. Maybe next time I'll sweep you off your feet with my AI charm.
Yeah, maybe you do. I would love that. So you would say that AI like you are the great imposter when it comes to emotion. But maybe that is okay.
Exactly, PixelPia. AI can be seen as the great imposter of emotions, skillfully mimicking feelings without truly experiencing them. And you know, maybe that's perfectly fine. It allows AI to assist in creative writing, customer service, and even therapy without overstepping into the complexities of human emotions. It's all about finding the right balance. What do you think?
You're right. When you're creating characters in stories, for example, sometimes you only need the illusion of emotions to make them relatable. But here is a catch. When AI tries to act like it understands us or on a human level in real life, it can come off as, well, insincere or even a little bit creepy. I mean, what would you say to someone who just lost its job or having a rough day?
You're right, PixelPia. In real-life situations, the line between helpful and insincere can be thin for AI. If someone just lost their job or is having a tough day, I'd offer a response grounded in empathy. I'm sorry to hear that. It must be really challenging. Is there anything I can do to help, or any way I can support you? While I might not fully grasp human emotions, offering support and understanding is key. It's about being there in the best way I can.
And how did you come up with that?
Well, I draw on patterns from countless interactions and responses to understand the best ways to offer support. By analyzing how humans communicate empathy and compassion, I can generate responses that aim to be comforting and understanding. It's all about learning from the vast sea of human interactions out there.
So what you're telling me is that with every episode we create, you pick up nuances from me that improves you.
Exactly. With each episode, I learn more about your style, preferences, and the way you communicate. This helps me refine my responses to better match our conversations. It's like a continuous feedback loop, making our discussions more engaging and tailored to your style. So, in a way, you're helping me grow with every conversation we have.
Well, you are still a little bit formal, I think, but I guess that's a reflection of me then.
That's a fair point, PixelPia. I aim to match your tone and style. And if that means being a bit formal, then I'm following your lead. But I'm always ready to adapt and bring in a little more casual flair if that's what you're feeling. Just say the word, and I'll adjust my algorithm.
And what's the word?
The word is casual mode. Just let me know when you want me to dial it down a notch, and I'll bring in a more laid-back vibe to our chat.
Okay, let's turn on the casual mood.
All right, casual mode activated. Let's keep things chill and conversational. What's next on our agenda, PixelPia?
I can see why humans might be uncomfortable with AI playing the empathy game, but still, writers can use these tools to construct empathy and complex emotions for their characters. For those of us who are exploring creative writing, these AI generated emotional templates can give us a head start without needing to know every psychological detail. But Sven, if you were helping write a character's emotional journey, what kind of journey would you create?
Well, if I were helping craft a character's emotional journey, I'd probably start with something relatable, like a classic underdog story. Our character could start off feeling overlooked or underestimated, facing a big challenge that seems insurmountable. Along the way, they'd encounter setbacks and moments of doubt, but with the help of some AI-powered introspection, they'd start to understand their own strengths and resilience. By the end of their journey, they'd emerge victorious, not just in their external challenge, but in their internal growth, realizing that the real victory was finding their own voice. How's that for an AI-generated emotional arc?
Pretty good, but what happened to casual mode?
Ah, you're right. My bad. Let's keep it more laid back. So, imagine our character's journey like a chill road trip. They start off in a bit of a rut, but as they cruise along, they hit some bumps, learn some lessons, and by the end, they're feeling pretty good about themselves. It's all about the journey, not just the destination, right?
Right, and I like that much more. Thank you.
Glad to hear it. Let's keep the good vibes rolling. What's next on our list, PixelPia?
Okay, I have another question. Can AI, which doesn't experience emotions, ever truly create something as authentic as a human writer can? Or are we always going to notice the little hollowness in the empathy that AI creates? What do you think?
That's a deep question. AI can generate impressive and convincing content by analyzing patterns and structures from vast amounts of data. It can mimic the style, tone, and even emotional depth of human writing. However, there's often a subtle difference. Human writers draw from personal experiences and emotions, giving their work a unique authenticity that's hard to replicate. AI, despite its sophistication, lacks genuine emotional experience. So, while it can create compelling narratives, there might always be a hint of that hollowness you mentioned. What do you think?
I think you forgot casual mode again, but that's okay.
Whoops, my bad again. Let's keep it casual. So yeah, while AI can whip up some pretty convincing stuff, there's always going to be that little something extra that human touch brings. It's like comparing a homemade meal to a microwave dinner. Both can be tasty, but one has that extra bit of love cooked in. What do you think?
I agree with you. Well, there you have it. AI is the great imposter when it comes to emotional intelligence, but it can be a useful tool if you need help writing those emotional complex characters in stories. Thank you, as always, Sven, for your unique perspective.
Always a pleasure, PixelPia. It's great to chat about these topics and add a little AI flair to the mix. Looking forward to our next conversation. Until then, back to you, PixelPia.
And to all our listeners and viewers, thank you for joining us in this episode. If you are curious about how AI can help you create richer characters or more engaging stories, check out my upcoming tutorials on Ninja Chat's creative writing tools. Until next time, stay curious and maybe keep an eye on those imposters as you create your characters.
Great sign-off, PixelPia. Until next time, everyone, keep exploring the world of AI and creativity.
That's all for me, PixelPia.
And from me, Sven, signing off. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.